Test 1, 2. Emily, text me if you're hearing this. And if it's coming across good, test 1, 2. Check, check, check. That's one headset. Here's the other headset. Check 1, 2. Check, check. Test 1, 2. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good? Bill? Okay, thanks.
They see you on the mountain, they don't see you on the climb. Right? Me and all the line in the power line, looking at some fine. Right? Shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now, check out my glow up. Right? Shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now. Check out my glow up. Striped up and they wiped up. Yeah. Most of these folk hyped up. Yeah. I'm in the bag for show. I got a stack of a bag to throw. Hop in the bag for show. We can make in this bag for more. Lace, flicker. Gotta make sure that they with you. Better go look at the picture. Matter of fact, look at prescription. I'm in the field. When I get down, I'm taking a meal. Yeah, I'm in the field like fire drills. I know they loving the thrill. Yeah. Right. Shimmer. Lights. Flicker. All this. Light. Let it
Hey, is 3
shimmer.
good?
I had to glow up. I had to show
Okay,
up.
I'll go.
I got the
I'll go
light
do. Huh?
now. Check out my glow up. Light bright like it's Friday night. Might kneel like I'm capping it. Line of sight like it's itemized. Real fake with no asterisk. Light bad like the Mercedes. Messenger since the first day. In a white tux cause I stand out. All alone like earthquake. I got buzz like ether. Throwback hits like beepers. Keep up, I might leave you. Team way up like Kiba. They taking shots like they had to bomb. Shine like a rocket, we blasting off. Whoa, this is the aftershock. Back at the grave like I'm Lazarus. Back out the grave like a king. I had to show 'em the ink. You couldn't mess with the team. All of my homies they gleam. Take a photo. All my homies never solo. I've been leaning like a cholo. Lighting season and got double roll. Right, shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now. Check out my glow up. They can't stop that light, man. It's way too bright. 116 for life, on my squad I ride. Jesus by my side, got nothing to hide. We still on the shame, we still about that life. No more than mercy, I swim in that. Light of the way, I give them that. I give up my life and I get it back. The whole squad here, but you figured that. My partners were pushing the lean, yeah. So I was pushing the king, yeah. They sipping act, so I had to act. I'm shining my light on the scene, yeah. Right, shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now. Check out my glow up. I wanna shine for you. 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 I had to glow up for you. I had to glow up. I got the light now. I got the light now. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. Hey, pick a side. This
Referee mic check 1 2. Referee mic check.
hatred and hurt was so bizarre. I thought that they would always ride for me. I cried, but nobody replied to me. I questioned the truth inside of me, and right about then is when the devil had lied to me. Like, hold up, God got you, he don't ever show up. All those people acting like they know you. Tell you that you do it for the money, fame, power, trying to blow up. Why you playing games, trying to grow up? You been reading Bibles and leading studies and helping your little buddies, but tell me what it's really doing for you. They gon' still tell you you're fake and phony, it's someone your every motive, so what's the point in trying to keep it loyal? Said you have fake faith, you're starting to race fake. Can't even take dates, you hoping to save faith. Trying to go mainstream in order to reach folk. Ain't nobody rocking with you, especially these folks. I lost it, but I'm drinking liquor in my closet. I used to pray in here, but now I'm saucy. I'm losing money, I'm a lost profit. I'm making bad decisions every time I get exhausted. Lord, I don't even really know the real me now. Demons got me tripping, trying to kill me now. Sitting trying to figure who can help me get delivered, sending
Dordt has won the toss, chose to defer to the second half. Dakota State will receive.
And a good evening to you from Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get set for non-conference junior varsity football play between the Dordt Defenders and the Dakota State Trojans. We've just had the opening coin toss, and the Defenders won the coin toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. In all likelihood, they'll receive then, but they're looking to steal that possession potentially at the end of the first half, and then get the ball back to start the second half. That's the mode of operation. That's the method to the madness for those teams that win the opening coin toss. Put the defense on the field and see if they can come away with a stop to begin with. The Dordt Defenders will be in their black jerseys. They've got the black shirts, black pants, white numbers, and they are trimmed in yellow. One noticeable change for this, they will be 12-minute quarters tonight. 12-minute quarters. Dakota State came down with about, 46 to 50 players, so smaller than a normal traveling team, and doesn't surprise me that they want to shorten the game up just a bit, and they will with 12-minute quarters here this evening. Kicking off for the Defenders will be Ivan Orozco. He will be kicking off from right to left, and he will tee it up at the 35-yard line for Dakota State. Back to return, Michael Foster. He is back at about his own 3-yard line. Also happening on the campus of Dordt University this evening, men's junior varsity soccer, as the home games for the junior varsity fall teams quickly dwindling down. So Orozco will tee it up, and we are underway with football. End over end kick taken by Foster. He's at the 7-yard line, fumbles it, picks it back up at the 5. He's under pressure, gets away from one tackler. We've got a flag on the play, and the tackle made by Levi Copeman's, but a flag thrown at about the 28-yard line, so we have a stoppage in play. The flag will decipher what the penalty is. Monty Tilgener, our referee this evening, will let us know what the call is. In all likelihood, an illegal block.
Return team, number 20. Penalty be half the distance to the goal. First down.
So hold called on Brogan Glover, and it'll be half the distance to the goal line. So rather than the 12-yard line, it's back at the 6. It'll be first down and 10 for the Trojans at the 6-yard line. Dylan Stanley is joining me this evening as well, and we'll work Dylan into the broadcast, and hopefully he'll be able to take you home with the second half tonight. Joseph Cole is the quarterback for the Trojans. Cole turns, hands, gives it off, and a gain of 6 on the play before he is brought down. 6-yard pickup on the play on the handoff to the running back. And the running back, Gus Sanford, and Gus picks up not quite 5 yards on the play. Beg your pardon, picks up 7 on the play. It'll be second down and 3 at the 14-yard line. 11:25 left to play, first quarter of action. We are just underway here in Sioux Center. The Trojans in their white tops, navy pants. And the quarterback, Joseph Cole, sets the offense. Cole turns, hands, and gives it off again to Sanford. And this time, nothing doing for Sanford. No gain on the play. It'll be third down. That line collapsing on the far side. That's Noah Stieber. Stieber on the stop, and a third down on the way. Let's see if the Defenders can get off of the field with their defense. Trying for 3 plays and out. The varsity team had the night off. Had the day off on Saturday. They'll be back at it this weekend. They travel to Yankton, South Dakota. Third down and 3, so no gain on the play. Last play. This is Cole, the quarterback. Cole in the shotgun, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, has some pressure, scrambling left, and he's got the first down, and he is brought down just past the first down marker. So a first down for the Trojans. They've got a first down and 10 near the 20-yard line, and the Trojans extend the drive. So facing third down and 3, Sanford flushed from the pocket, and Sanford, short gain on the play, but just enough for a first down. It's first down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 20-yard line, a drive that started at their own 6 after the kickoff and a penalty. 3 down linemen for the defenders up front. Handoff goes to Sanford. Sanford trying to get to the outside, and he stumbles across the DU Cross logo and falls forward. And he's finally tackled by Thomas McCullough. McCullough with the tackle for the defenders. It'll be 2nd down and 3. So a 7-yard pickup on the play for Sanford. Sanford has had a little bit of success early on. Gus Sanford wears number 4. And in the gun again is Cole. 2nd down and 3. Hands off Sanford, and Sanford nothing there. Sanford with the carry, and he's stopped for no gain on the play. Might have actually been a loss. Caden Hill collapsing the pocket and making the tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Loss of 3 on the play. So the Defender football team in action this Friday night. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff in Yankton, South Dakota, as the Defenders take on the Mount Marty Lancers. It's a busy weekend coming ahead for the Defenders. Cole steps up in the pocket. Pass is picked off, and it's going to be a pick 6. Taking it to the house, Levi Copeman's. Copeman's with the interception and the return as he jumps the route. As Cole throwing to the wide side of the field, and Copeman's laying back on defense. And he jumps the route, picks it off, and takes it back for 6, and the Defenders are on the board 6-0. 6-0 on the Copeman's return. And for Copeman's, picked that off near the 30-yard line. On to attempt the point after is Orozco. Love to get the replay of that interception if we can in just a moment. Orozco splits the uprights, and it's good. And the Dordt Defenders take a 7-0 lead on the point after. So 7-0 our score, 8:45 left to play here in the first quarter. And we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this. You're watching the Dordt Media Network. Well, Orozco will be kicking off, and the Trojans now trailing 7-0, and their offense will be back on the field. And an open field tackle, and nothing doing that time. Jaden Sword on the tackle as Michael Foster ended up running a little more east and west, both figuratively and actually here at Open Space Park, our field. Running north and south, the Trojans, not great field position for the second time at their own 14-yard line. So the last drive started at their own 6, and they end up turning it over, and Levi Copeman's with the interception return for the touchdown. And now Dakota State with the football back. They hand it off and trying to get to the edge, and running out of room is Gus Sanford. And that'll set up 2nd down and long. 8:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Gain of 3 on the play. And the Trojans taking over at their own 14-yard line. So trailing 7-0. Great start for the Defenders. Get points from their defense right away. Trojans, single setback, and they hand it off, and Sanford with the carry, and Sanford picks up 10 for a 1st down. Sanford finally brought down by Josiah Rosario. Rosario with the tackle, and that'll set up 1st down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 28-yard line. So the Trojans looking for a bit of redemption here on this drive. Joseph Cole threw the pick six. And the Dordt defense, they've been out on the field for a little while now. Handoff, and there's nothing there, and blowing up the play for the defenders. It's Jacob Crystal. Crystal takes the ball carrier to the ground. No gain on the play on the carry by Brogan Glover. And that'll set up second down and 10. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Glover in the backfield along with Cole. Glover on the left shoulder of Cole. Shotgun snap, back to pass. Cole. Cole's going to scramble. He's got some room. Dordt containing. And it's Copeman's with the tackle at the 34-yard line. Still a gain of 5 on the play. It's going to be third down and 5 for the Trojans at their own 34-yard line. 6:40 and counting, first quarter. Playing 12-minute quarters this evening here at Open Space Park. Play clock is at 20 as Dakota State gets the play in from the sideline. Joseph Cole has Gus Sanford in the backfield with him. Sanford has had some success running the football so far. A couple of carries for 5 and 6 yards. They swing it, screen, and nothing there. Pass is complete to Jacob McDonald, but he stopped for little or no gain on the play. Derek Pop bringing him down for no gain. It's going to bring up fourth down, and back to return for the defenders will be Blake Van Balagoyen. Van Balagoyen, a teammate of Levi Copeman's in high school, pair from West Sioux. And kicking, I believe this will be Alejandro Valencia. Line of scrimmage is the 34-yard line of Dakota State. And the defenders set to return. Van Balagoyen at his own 35, calls for a fair catch at the 35. And that's where the defenders will take over, first down and 10 as the drive by Dakota State stalls out at the 34. So first down and 10 coming for the Trojans. For the defenders, with 5:27 left to play in the first quarter. And the Dordt defenders will get the first look at the offense. Quarterbacking tonight. Now there has been a little bit of a quarterback movement at the varsity levels. Isaiah Looker is the quarterback for the defenders this evening on the first series. Fully expect to see them rotate several players through. Handoff to Cody Bender and Boonder, that is. And Boonder picks up 3 on the play. It's second down and 7. So Isaac Looker, shotgun, looks to the sideline. Over on the near side, you've got Aiden Platone. Aiden Platone transitioning to wide receiver after spending a year plus as backup on the varsity team. Looker tries to find a seam on the far side, nothing doing. No gain on the play. It's going to be third down. Play comes in from the sideline. Jackson Wiggins runs it in. And the defenders facing now third and 7 with a 7-0 lead. 4:25 and counting, first quarter. This one will go quickly with those 12-minute quarters. So Isaac Looker, back to pass, throws it, sideline, pass is tipped into the air and incomplete, intended for Wiggins. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. And the defenders are forced to punt from their own 38. And Dakota State should get it back in pretty good field position. Jacob Kiso back to return. Logan Rasavi is punting. Double checking that return man's number. It's either 82 or 87. Kiso, a wide receiver. 87 is Elizarius, a wide receiver. Now we've got a flag on the play. sorted out with the officials. Going to call the penalty against Dakota State. Still waiting for the indication from Monty Tilgener on the call. The defenders, don't know if that was a designed play, but
There's no foul for intentional grounding as the quarterback was out of the tackle box. Ineligible receiver downfield, offense, that penalty's declined. First down, Dakota State.
so Dakota State will have it first down and 10 after the penalty against the defenders on the busted play. They didn't call intentional grounding, but they do get the defenders for an ineligible receiver downfield. And the defenders rolling the dice early in this one. Must have seen something in they lined up for the punt that they thought they could take advantage of. Defenders, in effect, turn it over on downs. And the Trojans have the football. New quarterback in for the Trojans. Straight ahead carry. 4-yard pickup on the play. And once again, that is the running back, Gus Sanford, picking up 4 on the play. So the defenders turn it over on downs. Trojans have it with 4 minutes, now 3:27 left to go. And they took over at the Dordt 38. So Dakota State with a short field to work with. Dort's defense going to have to come up with a play. Handoff Sanford. Sanford trying to bounce to the outside, and he is stopped. Short gain on the play. Maybe picks up 3. Rosario on the tackle. Cornerback coming up to make the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 with 3:13 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0, Dordt leading. The defenders in front by virtue of a pick 6 early by Levi Copeman's. So 3rd down and 3. They need the 28-yard line for a first down. Running back getting directed is Brogan Glover. They hand it off to Glover. Glover near the first down marker. Looks like he got it. Well, now, second look. We'll see. The officials. No indication yet. And it looks like he's going to be shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th down. 4th down for Dakota State. And obviously the wins and losses don't mean much at the junior varsity level. Instead, you're trying to get some experience and development. And so see teams go for it on 4th down a lot. Here's 4th down and less than a yard. Quarterback is Sheehan for Dakota State. Xander Sheehan. Snap. Handoff and nothing there, and Dordt's going to get it back on downs. Shooting the gap on the defense and coming up to make the play. That's Glenn Rossi. Rossi on the tackle, so a loss on the play, and Dakota State turns it over on downs. And Dordt will have it back with 1:57 left to play here in the first quarter. 7-0, Dordt still leading, and the defenders have it at their own 33-yard line. So at the 33-yard line, taking over is Isaac Looker, the quarterback for the defenders. Looker. Rolling left, he's going to run option, pitches it forward, and the carry by Cody Boonder. Boonder near the first down marker. So 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 1 for the defenders at their own 42-yard line. Send a man in motion from right to left. That's Bubba Bogart. Handoff and Boonder the carry, and Boonder picks up the first down. He's to the 44-yard line. Running off right tackle So we approach the 1 minute mark of this first quarter. Dordt leading 7-0. Coming out is Tyson Kuby. Kuby checks out. And we've got a new quarterback in for the defenders possibly. Still Looker, number 17, making out the number. Yep, that's 17. Passes over to Wiggins. Wiggins complete into Dakota State territory to the 48-yard line before he is spun down by Gabriel Chambliss. But we have a penalty on the play, and that's in the vicinity of a hold. Isaac Looker says it's against Dakota State. See if he knows something we don't.
Defense, number 35. 15-yard penalty, and to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So a 15-yard penalty tacked on to the end of the play, and that's going to take it from the 49 down to the 34-yard line. So the defenders with it, first down and 10 at 34. Did you see, Dylan, why that penalty flag got thrown? You see anything? No. Okay. First down and 10. First down and 10 for the defenders. In Dakota State territory, Looker in trouble, and Looker's going to have to tuck it away. He's going to have to take a loss. Had the ball out, looking like he was going to try to make a pass as the line collapsed, and he was trying to run to the wide side of the field, and things got shut off pretty quickly. He loses 9 on the play. It's going to be second down and 19, and now the defenders behind the sticks for their second down play. Boonder at running back. Looker, the quarterback. Play clock and game clock about identical. They'll get a play off. Second down and 19. Looker looks to the sideline. 10 seconds left. Checks again. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolling right. Has some room to run. He's back to the original line of scrimmage for this set of downs. And the clock expires, and that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Dordt 7, Dakota State 0. Back with the second quarter of play right after this 1-minute timeout.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy.
As a bank that cares about supporting small businesses, American State Bank assisted hundreds of young entrepreneurs launch their first business. Starting a business can be complicated, even when it's just a lemonade stand. It's never too early to begin thinking towards your next project, and we'll be here to help make it go as smoothly as possible. Supporting entrepreneurs, no matter their age, it's what we do.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important.
3rd down and 11 for the defenders at the Dakota State 35. Slinging it out is Looker. Looker's pass is complete. But did he get forced out of bounds? That's the question. The hat was thrown at the 5-yard line. And I believe that could indicate that he was stepped out of bounds. He did not get into the end zone. Well, they're going to give it to Dordt. The completion to Aiden Platone. Platone unable to get into the end zone, did everything but get into the end zone. And now the defenders facing first down and goal to go at the 1 as Looker lays it out for Platone. And Platone, beautiful catch on the inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Looker turns, hands, and the defenders are into the end zone. Touchdown Dordt on the handoff to Cody Boonder. So Boonder with the 1-yard touchdown run. And the defenders score with 11:33 left to play in the first half. On to attempt the point after try is Ivan Orozco. Orozco will kick it out of the hold of Looker. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights, and the defenders have a 14-0 lead. 14-0, that touchdown plunge set up by the Looker to Platone. Pass to inside the 5 on the first play of the second quarter. 14-0 our score. Back with more in Sioux Center right after this 1-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
.33 left to play in the first half. Dordt leading 14-0. Kick taken by Foster. He's at the 12 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Bounces out to the outside, up the sideline, and forced out of bounds at the 41-yard line, and that is where Dakota State will take over. First down and 10 at their own 41. 11:26 left to play in the half. Dordt with a 14-0 lead. A defensive touchdown started it with an interception by Levi Copeman's, a pick 6. And then the Boonder 1-yard touchdown run makes it 14-0 after the Rosario point after. And the Dordt defense is back onto the field, and the Dordt defense has been out on the field a while already. Dakota State with a football, first down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Good field position again for the Trojans. Handoff, and not much there. Handoff went to Brogan Glover, and Glover, short gain on the play. He struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, and we're going to call it 10. Second and 10 at the 41-yard line. Sheehan, the quarterback, that's Xander Sheehan, his second series. Dordt comes with a blitz. Sheehan passes far side, and pass was completed momentarily, and then he is separated from the ball with the hit. Tackle made by Dordt's Gavin Todd, knocking it free after what looked to be a completion of about 8 yards, and Todd times it out just as the ball gets there. And it's going to be third down and 10. The clock stops on the incomplete pass. 10:47 remaining here in the first half. Dordt leading 14-0. So third and 10 for the Trojans. Sheehan, the quarterback. Sheehan back to pass. Looking right, still looking right. Pass is complete, but there's not much there. Todd makes the tackle immediately. And hanging on to it that time was Jabe Kiso, but Kiso stopped well short of the first down marker. It's going to be fourth down and 6, and DSU will be forced to punt with 10:24 remaining here in the first half. Dordt leading 14-0. I believe that's been Bala going back at his own 20-yard line. Punting from their own 45 is Dakota State. So fourth down and 6. Dakota State will be punting from their own 45. Left-footed kick, high spiraling kick. Fair catch called for at the 22-yard line. That's been Bala going with the fair catch. They'll mark him at the 21. Ends up being a 34-yard punt. And Dordt will take over with 9:56 left to play. Defenders with it, first and 10 at their own 21. So Isaac Looker continuing at quarterback. And Looker is going to run option to the near side. Has a seam. He's to the 25, to the 30, and tripped up at the 31-yard line. Tackled by Tristan Perry. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. 2nd and 1 at their own 31-yard line. Isaac Looker running option that time. 2 receivers off to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side. Dordt facing 2nd and 1. Playbook's wide open on this one. Back to pass, Looker. Looker spun around, and he struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. He won't. He loses 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. So 3rd and 2 for the defenders at their own 30. So playbook was wide open. They were looking to go to the air, end up losing a yard on the play. Unable to get it up in the air. It's 3rd down and 2. And Looker turns, hands, and a 1st down on the handoff to Gabe Ramirez. Gabe Ramirez with a 1st down to the 40-yard line. And the defenders extend the drive with 8:44 left to play in the first half, leading 14-0. Wiggins will check out of the contest. Tyrell Halsoff is the near side receiver. I believe that's Wiggins. To the far side, handoff, Ramirez. Ramirez follows the line up the middle, picks up 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6. Far side receiver actually is Bubba Bogart, number 24 out there. Tight end on the near side for the defenders, Bo Bile, wearing number 87. Looker, back to pass, facing 2nd and 6. He's going to take a shot over the top. Bile with the catch at the 25. And spun down at the 22-yard line. Bo Bile getting free, but we have a flag on the play in the backfield. That's going to go against the defenders. And that negates the big gain down inside the 20, or down inside the 25. And that's going to set up 2nd down and 15. In fact, 2nd down and 16, actually. So the defenders caught for a hold. How many times does that happen? Seems like almost 100%. Something exciting happens. Going to get rung up for a hold. Soccer, you're going to see an offsides penalty in all likelihood. 2nd down and 16 now for the defenders. 2nd and long. Looker's going to run option. Pitches it. Ball's on the turf, and they're going to call that a forward pass. Forward pass to Tyson Kuby. Line of scrimmage will remain the same because of the incomplete pass. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and long. So 3rd and long for the defenders at their own 34. They need to make it about to the midfield stripe for a 1st down. If they make the 50, they have a 1st down. Back to pass. Looker, flushed from the pocket, scrambling left, stops, plants, throws against the grain, and the pass is complete to Wiggins at the 21-yard line.
Another flag.
And another flag on the play, unfortunately. That one's out at the 29-yard line. So we're probably going to be facing 3rd down and 26 now. So 3rd down and long for the defenders, or longer. 3rd and 26, 7:24 left to play. First half. This one's slowing down just a bit as the defenders can't get out of their own way right now. Started this drive at their own 21-yard line. They're almost back there. They're at their own 24 now. Still need the 50-yard line for a 1st down. Looker looks to the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. Don't have many plays in the playbook for this. See if you can get a chunk back and play the field position game. Pass towards the sideline, incomplete. That's going to stop the clock, and it'll bring up 4th down, and the defenders will punt for the first time this evening. So a punt for the defenders. 4th down and long. And on to attempt the punt will be, I believe, Ivan Orozco. Line of scrimmage is the 24. Well, the defenders had 2 passes deep into Dakota State territory completed, but were done in by holding penalties on both of them. Snap. And it's blocked. And the defenders will down it at the 30-yard line. So it goes beyond the line of scrimmage after it was blocked. Bile downs it at the 30. And Dakota State will take over 1st down and 10 with 6:51 left to play in the first half. And Dakota State, great field position again at the 30-yard line. So 1st down and 10 at the 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Trojans. Back in at quarterback, this is Cole. Cole hands it off. And the carry by Sanford. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. A gain of 3 on the play. Clock continuing to roll. 6:35 left to play, first half. So Cole back in at quarterback. So a couple of series for the backup. Now Cole back in. He's got Sanford in the backfield with him. Dordt's defensive line able to contain this unit earlier. Back to pass is Cole. Cole. And he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Quarterback sacked for the defenders as down he goes. Garrett Meyer on the quarterback sack. I believe Jacob Crystal also there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12, and Dakota State's offense has yet to get going. 5:50 and counting, first half. 14-0, Dordt leading. Levi Copeman's an interception. And Cody Boonder a 1-yard touchdown run. That's the difference. 14-0, Dordt leading. Dakota State handoff. And slipping out of the grasp is the running back Robertson. Robertson down to the 20-yard line near the 1st down marker, but we've got a flag on the play. And a holding penalty against Dakota State. And that'll set up 3rd down and 22 from the 42. So now it's Dakota State's turn to have a positive play negated. It'll be 3rd and 22 from the 42. Clock stops for the moment on the penalty. In the backfield, Cole, the quarterback, along with Robertson. 2 receivers to the far side, the wide side of the field. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Back to pass. Cole. Cole flushed from the pocket. Looks like Dordt has containment, and he throws it away. Brings up 4th down and a flag on the play as well. 4th down. Well, right now it's still 3rd down on the marker. If this is a personal foul against the defenders, it could result in an automatic 1st down. There's also a flag over on the 39-yard line at the near hash mark. Right now, the offense still on the field for Dakota State. As they continue to sort through this, the officiating crew. 5:14 left to play, first half. Dordt leading 14-0. Dakota State running back Gus Sanford signaling he thinks it's against the defenders. Might have a couple fouls on the play.
Before the snap, false start, offense number 60. That penalty be enforced. Also had a personal foul, roughing the passer, number 55 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
But if it was a false start, the play should have never happened, shouldn't have been snapped. And if I'm the coaching staff, I'm asking for an explanation on that. It's not like, okay. First down and 10 for the Trojans at the 32-yard line. Joseph Cole. So Cole back to pass. Cole hit as he throws it, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down. And Derek Pop on the pressure brings up second down and 10. So second and 10 at the defender 32. Dakota State started this drive at the Dordt 30. Automatic first down on that roughing the passer call. Handoff and dodging a tackler is Sanford, but then he's brought down after little or no gain on the play. Tackle by the defenders, Weston McCormick. And that brings up third down and 9. I would guess Dakota State 4-down territory here. No point in punting at the 30. So third down and 8. Let's see if the Dordt defense can keep this at a potentially fourth down and long if we get that far. Joseph Cole takes the snap, back to pass, throws it near side and in and out of the hands of Christopher Elizarius. Stops the clock with the ball at the 40. And it'll be fourth down and 8. And Dakota State are going to send their kicking team onto the field. This will be a 47-yard field goal attempt. Matthew Oakes is holding. What wind there is seems to be out of the southeast. So definitely not behind the kicker, and the kick is well short. And the defenders will get it back with 4:24 left to play in the first half after the missed 47-yard field goal. So Dordt will take over first down and 10 with 4:24 left to play in the first half. It's 14-0. Quarterback is Isaac Looker. Looker is going to run option, keeps it himself up the seam in between the hash marks, and picks up 8 on the play before he's knocked down. Gets all the way out to the 38-yard line, turned it upfield. It's second down and 2. That's going to end up being second down and 3. Second and 3, Dordt leading 14-0, 4 minutes remaining in the half. 12-minute quarters here this evening. This one will happen quickly. Looker back to pass. Pass is short, incomplete, intended for Platone. And it's going to set up third down and 2. Third down and 3. Third down and 3. Dordt needs the 41-yard line for a first down. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Third down and 3. And Looker in the shotgun. Collision in the backfield, and the pass falls incomplete. Miscommunication that time. Miscommunication that time between Looker and the running back, Ramirez.
Backward pass out of bounds. Ball be placed out of bounds spot. Fourth down.
And so the pass goes out of bounds, and that was actually a lateral backwards pass, so it's marked out at the 35, and Dordt will punt from their own 45, from their own 35. And they get away. Beautiful kick this time. Drives the return man back to the 23-yard line, to the 25, and he's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. So a return of 5 on the play. Not a bad punt that time by the kicker, Rasavi. That's a 41-yard punt by Rasavi. And DSU will take over first down and 10 with 3:28 remaining in the half. Clock stopped several times on that possession with some incomplete passes. And back to pass. They fling it out to the near side. Sanford still on his feet at the 30, and he's buried at the 31-yard line. Tackle made by Easton, by Jaden Sword. Picks up a couple on the play. It's going to be second down and 8. Second and 8. Dakota State's offense struggling to get going. Has struggled thus far to even threaten. They've had great field position on a couple of possessions. Turn and hand, give it to Sanford. Sanford in between the tackles, and he makes it to the 36-yard line and a stop there. Sets up third down and 2. 2:35 left to play, first half. 2:35 left to play here in the first half. Third down and 2 for the Trojans. 25 seconds on the play clock. Trojans trailing 14-0. So third down and a couple. And they turn and hand. And nothing there, and stopped short of the line of scrimmage is Sanford. I beg your pardon, that was Robertson instead, number 6 out there. So a loss of a couple, 1:48 left to play. And Dakota State forced to punt from their own 31. So a punt from their own 31 here. Defenders, Van Balagoyen is back at his 29-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the punt right after this 1-minute timeout.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Dakota State punting on fourth down and long. Van Balagoyen calls for the fair catch at the 32-yard line. And that is where Dordt will take over, first down and 10 with 1:15 left to play in the half. So Dordt doesn't have great field position again. And with it on the right side, pitch, and goes out of bounds. Well, they're going to rule him, he stays in bounds. A gain of 6 on the play. Carry by Tyson Kuby. It'll be second down and 3. Second and 3. Second down and 3. Looker turns, hands, gives. Kubi into the open field. He's into Dakota State territory inside the 40 down to the 38 with 43 seconds remaining. So the defenders putting together a threat. They've got all 3 timeouts remaining, depending how they decide to play this. And Dordt will call for a timeout. Timeout on the field, charged to the Dordt defenders. Taylor Ruloff's acting as head coach this evening. Let's take a 1-minute break. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products, caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute. First down and 10, 43 seconds remaining in the half. Back to pass, Looker. Looker throws to the sideline. Miscommunication that time. Platone down the field along with Connor Knopf. That'll bring up second down and 10. Now the clock does stop on the incomplete pass. So second down and 10 on the way. Isaac Looker, the quarterback. Looker rolling right. Throws to the sideline. Pass is complete. Knopf to the sideline and stops the clock as he tumbles out of bounds at the 15-yard line. That's a Dordt University first down. And the defenders now with it. First down and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pass completed to Knopf. Looker trying to engineer the scoring drive here late. Handoff up the middle and a short gain on the play. Dordt might use another timeout, and they will. Down to the 11-yard line, so the defenders up the middle with Kubi. And that'll bring up second down and long, and the defenders use this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll be back with more from Open Space Park in 1 minute. Gain of 2 on the play, so it's second down and 8. Defenders with it. 1 timeout remaining for the defenders. Looker back to pass. Throws to the end zone wide open. Knopf, touchdown defenders on the pass completion to Connor Knopf, making it 20-0 as the defenders. Looker to Knopf, 13 yards and missed coverage that time by DSU. And Knopf was all by himself in the back of the end zone. And on to attempt the point after is Ivan Orozco, trying to make it 21-0. So the defenders engineer a scoring drive that took less than a minute. Dordt unable to handle it cleanly was Looker. Now pass into the end zone and a 2-point conversion for Preston Rowe. And the Dordt defenders, out of the broken play, get a 2-point conversion, and they lead it 22-0. That's why you've got your quarterback in at holder, and Isaac Looker, as things broke down, was able to get the snap, spun away from pressure, threw it towards the end zone, and Preston Rowe had gotten free at the goal line, and the defenders with a 22-0 lead. 22-0 our score, 20 seconds remaining in the half. So 22-0. And the defenders will be kicking off. Ivan Orozco will take care of the kicking duties. And Dakota State still looking to get on the board, trailing now 22-0. 22-0. Orozco kicking off from his own 35-yard line. And Orozco, a high, short kick, takes a bounce at the 22, and falling on it as it goes out of bounds is Nathan Cook, and Cook couldn't afford to let it trickle out of bounds to get the better field position with the Dordt coverage team bearing down on him. So Dakota State takes over, first down and 10 at their own 27, beg your pardon. So DSU at their own 27. First down and 10. We'll get a couple of plays off.
Clock operator, please put 19 seconds on the game clock.
They do have two timeouts remaining. And Dakota State will be starting at their own 27. I believe Cole is the quarterback. Back to pass, throws towards the sideline, and closest man to it was Gavin Todd, and this is Xander Sheehan back in at quarterback for Dakota State. 4 seconds tick off of the clock. It'll bring up second down and 10. So second and 10 for Dakota State at their own 27, right at the SC logo on the south end of the field. Second down and 10. Sheehan, draw play. And the handoff, and not much there for Sanford. And they're going to let the clock run out. 4 seconds, now 3. And that's going to be the last play of the first half. Our score at halftime, Dordt 22, Dakota State 0. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with a look at the highlights right after this. You are listening and watching the Dordt, listening to the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in a couple minutes, including our halftime highlights.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Point Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
We are at halftime. The Dordt defenders leading Dakota State 22-0. And here at halftime, I'd like to wish Lynn Marie and Tyler Vandermolen a happy 6-month anniversary. Nothing like spending their 6-month anniversary today working on the Dordt Media Network. Thankful that they're doing that, making tonight's broadcast possible. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. And we begin with a pick six, that 29-yard return by Levi Copeman's on the interception and the return One of the early highlights for Dakota State, a quarterback sack. But the highlights for Dakota State, few and far between in the first half as Dordt builds the 22-0 lead. Second touchdown came on a Cody Boonder 1-yard touchdown run that was set up by pass completion to Platone inside the 5. And our final highlight, well, we've got a couple more. The defenders, for the most part, containing Dakota State. Now the 2-point conversion, and the Dordt defenders with that 2-point conversion after a pass completion to Connor Knopf. Preston Rowe got free for a 2-point conversion, and that's where we are at halftime. 22-0. The defenders leading Dakota State at the half. Let's take a break. This will be an extended break, and we'll be back with the second half. Right after this, you're watching the Dordt Media Network.
Hello, fans of Defender Sports. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money. None of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Family, farm, business, community. People's Bank, where values matter.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Throws it deep. Across the middle. Pass is caught. Touchdown Sioux Center.
Throws a bone with a quick pass. That is caught. Nice play. Touchdown Warriors. Sioux County Radio and the Dordt Media Network will once again bring you every Sioux Center home football game. Sioux Center Warrior football, home and away, broadcast in English on Sioux Ritmo 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to the Dordt Media Network coverage of a exhibition JV game between Dakota State and Dordt University. Kickoff's about to happen in less than 10 seconds here. Dordt's leading 22-0 as they will get the kickoff right here.
And things played almost perfectly for the defenders in that they got that last possession scored late, and now they'll get the first possession of the second half, barring something unforeseen here from Dakota State.
Kickoff is underway here as Alejandro Valencia gets ready to kick. And we are underway here for the second half of the ball game. Not a fairly deep kick. Fair caught at the 31-yard line.
Bo Bile makes that fair catch at the 32 and take that field position for the defenders.
Exactly. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for Dordt. 22-0 lead here. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they continue their passing dominance or they want to go to a more controlled aggression on the run game. Isaac Looker in at quarterback. Little read option on the play for gain of 2. Be 2nd and long. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Dordt.
Boonder is the running back. He had the touchdown in the first half for the defenders.
2nd and 10 is a split option, and he is sacked in the backfield by DSU Rhett Bertram.
Bertram came up from his linebacker spot, running the option. The defender's unable to get to the edge, and Bertram tackle for a loss.
3rd and 14 now. 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. Running back in the backfield, motioning the tight end over. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Running back motions out to the left. Looker looks back, deeps the throw, and incomplete down the middle of the field. Tristan Perry in on the coverage, and Dordt has to punt it.
Pass was intended for Connor Knopf. He had a touchdown reception in the first half. That one drops incomplete, so the line of scrimmage, the Dordt 27. They'll be forced to punt.
So good start here for DSU. 3 and out, always good start to start off the second half. As the kick is up, and a very short line drive kick. Return, and bunch of flags are thrown at midfield.
I think that was Preston Rowe who got blocked in the back, and everyone saw that. 4 flags on the play, I'm guessing all on the same foul. So if our conjecture is correct, it's going to go from about the 44 to the 34 would be my guess for Dakota State.
During the return, personal foul, blindside block. Return team, number 20. 15 yards, spot of the foul, first down.
So it is a blindside block on DSU, and they will take it back 10 extra yards. It'll still be 1st and 10 for DSU at the 30-yard line.
So that ends up being a 15-yard penalty because of the personal foul.
So 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Xavier Sheehan in at quarterback. Hands it off to his running back. Gets a couple on the play. Gus Sanford, the ball carrier. 2nd and 9. .10:14 left on the play clock. Dordt up 22-0. With 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. In comes Sheehan. Drops back to pass. Throws to the right side corner. Caught on the run by Blake Van Regenmorter.
Van Regenmorter knocked out of bounds almost immediately by Levi Copeman's, but they do pick up a first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Van Regenmorter, the tight end, got free over near the sideline.
Looks like a new running back's into the ball game, Brogan Glover. So it'll be 1st and 10 and play action roll to the left. Sheehan throws on his run, and it is picked off by Dordt.
It's Alex Abens. Abens steps in front, safety, comes over, makes the play, picks it off, steps out of bounds. Dordt gets it back.
Great play by Abens right over there. Understanding that the quarterback's rolling to the left and makes a perfect read on it. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of Dordt. Looking to capitalize on the mistake DSU just made. Platone motions to the left side. Hooker looks back, hands the ball off to, and is not going anywhere. Loss of yardage.
It was Rosario. Was that Rosario? Or 38? Yeah. Or 36. No, that makes sense. Boonder.
Boonder. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Hooker sets left, rolls to the left, tries to escape. Gains maybe a yard on the play. 3rd down and long still.
Linebackers flowing a little better to the play than they were in the first half on that option read. Looker had been picking up pretty good yardage in the first half on that, but able to plant his foot and go up the field. Stop for no gain again on that play.
Yeah, definitely better aggression and a sense of urgency coming out of the second half. DSU really needs to make a couple of plays to get back in this ball game. 3rd and 12. Looker in shotgun, steps back, finds his ball, throws it. Caught short of the first down and will be about a yard short.
Second effort by Rowe, and they say the ball did come out late. It's going to be 4th down and 1. At the 43, I'm guessing Dordt's going to go for it here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Everybody's standing out on the field. So an interesting decision. 4th and 1 right here. Big play right here for the defense if they can get off the field.
A little confusion with the tight end. 7 seconds left.
Hooker steps back, throws, caught for a first down. Then Bubba Bogart gets extra yardage all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Aggressive play call that time by the defenders. 4th and 1. Everything got bunched up in the middle. Dakota State thinking Dordt was maybe going to keep it in between the tackles and pick up 1 yard. Instead, that long handoff, if you will, out to Bubba Bogart, and Bogart into Dakota State territory at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, so defenders are starting some life here as they are past midfield. Snap goes back, Looker sets back, play action, throws it deep over the middle for a wide receiver, wide open, touchdown. Preston Rowe, the tight end, wide open in the middle of the field. And it's 28-0 now for your Dordt defenders.
Rowe with a 43-yard touchdown reception from Looker, and Rowe got in behind the defense. No safety help over the top, and
it'll make you pay.
Easy a touchdown as you're going to see. Looker delivers it on the spot, and now Looker, who had a 2-point conversion completion earlier, now onto it to hold for the extra point attempt by Orozco.
Orozco's kick is good, making it 29-0 now. 6:45 left in the ball game.
So 6:45 left. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're watching the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
So now it's 29-0 after Preston Rowe's 43-yard touchdown pass from Isaac Looker as Orozco sets the hold and kick. Kicked it to Prince Robertson. Robertson returns it, cuts it back up midfield, and trips over the turf.
Turf monster got him about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for DSU. Trying to find a way to get back in this ball game.
Looks like they're back to Joseph Cole at quarterback after Xander Sheehan had the last series.
Handoff up the middle. Gus Sanders rolls in for a 1st down. 11-yard gain. So it'll be 1st down at the 40-yard line for DSU.
And for Dakota State now, you got to get something generated on offense. Dordt has really dominated the game defensively, even when Dakota State has had good field position. They've had the ball several times starting inside Dordt's 40, but unable to get any points on the board.
Play action pass rolling to the right and incomplete, throwing short of Jacob McDonald. 2nd and 10.
Cole has not been able to find a rhythm in terms of his passing game, where Dakota State has had some success. Their running backs, Sanford and Robertson, have had some success, but they've been unable to sustain it.
Cole looking for the play call, trying to find a way to get a spark right over here. Looks like Prince Robertson's in the backfield now as a little handoff pass goes, and what a tackle from, I believe that is Blake Van Balagoyan.
Van Balagoyan.
Van Balagoyan.
There you go.
That's on me.
I have a little bit of, I get a little help there though. He's from my hometown, so I understand the pronunciations of West Sioux County a little bit.
Third and 10. Seems like DSU's always in these 3rd and long passes. 5:20 left on the play clock. Cole steps back, rolls to his left, trying to find somebody to throw to. Finds it and overthrows him.
has not been able to get in a rhythm. We said it earlier in that set of downs, and that time rolling to the left, a little bit of pressure. Had a man open, but he ends up trying to throw on the run and overshoots him on the sideline. It's going to bring up 4th down and should be good field position for the defenders. I believe it'll be Van Bala going back at his own back to return for the defenders. So Dakota State starting this drive at their own 30, got 1 first down, but they're forced to punt with 5:11 left to go in the 3rd period.
Valencia gets ready for the kick. It's called hiked and block kick.
And it's covered by Dakota State at midfield, so it gets beyond the line of scrimmage. They cover it. Dordt will take over 1st down and 10 at the 50.
Looks like that block kick was from Gabe Ramirez. Nobody blocked him, and he shoot right through the gap to get the block.
Yeah, the special teams, obviously in the junior varsity contest, the special teams are the special teams probably not something that is as polished. You just don't spend as much time.
No. So Dordt is up 29-0. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. It's a run up the middle for about 2 yards. Tyson Kuby, the ball carrier on that run. Same formation, tight end line up to the left side instead of the right this time. Ball high snap. Run again by Kuby for another 4 or 5 yards. 3rd down, short.
Sets up a very manageable 3rd and 4, it appears.
Platone entering the ball game now.
Looker's worked from start to finish in terms of the quarterback spot so far, so this has been his game to work and manage. I would imagine that's a nice feeling to go into a game knowing that you're gonna get your repetitions in.
Snap is thrown. Rolls to the left, throws on the run, and incomplete pass just over the stretch of John Menches, the tight end. Now it's 4th and 4.
I'm guessing they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, Dordt's aggressiveness hasn't let up, even up 29-0. They're still pedal to the metal all the way.
Well, and there's really not a lot to gain, in all honesty. I mean, you're at the 44-yard line. If your punter puts it inside the 20, you gain 20 yards of field position. Your defense has been pretty sharp so far. 10 seconds to get the play off, so let's see if they get the play in. 5 seconds now.
Looker rushes up to the line, throws a pitch option to the running back, Gabe Ramirez, and he is short.
Short by a yard. Yep. Thought he might get it, but the corner closed pretty quickly on the play, as play was a little slow in developing. Looker got it out to him, but turned over on downs.
So a good stop by DSU, and they now get the ball back at the 42-yard line. Cole stays into the ball game. Usually they flip-flop quarterbacks, but Cole gets his 2nd straight series. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, and Dordt is not fooled as Aiden Bergstrom completes it for the sack.
Bergstrom came in almost untouched and read it perfectly that the quarterback had kept it. Pretty easy play for Bergstrom. Ends up being, what, a loss of 4?
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 14 for DSU. Shotgun formation once again. Looking to pass.
He's in trouble.
Fakes it and gets tripped up. by, I believe that is Matt Peters.
I think Noah Bronner, number 50, I think. Yep, Bronner got him. Bronner, backup defensive lineman, makes the play.
And we'll do it again at 3rd and 15 now. So you would assume that they're going to pass. 15 yards is an awful lot to make as a run, and they are passing.
In trouble.
And he is sacked again. So 3 straight plays Dordt has gotten to him. It says one thing about the D-line. It also says another thing about the coverage in the back end. Really good coverage to not be able to give Cole a window to throw the ball.
Easton Prinz, the linebacker, comes in, makes the gets the sack. He's the first man there. Good coverage, as you said, as Cole actually had a pretty clean pocket there for a couple seconds, and as it collapsed around him, just couldn't find a man who was open. Ends up being dropped for another loss. They're forced to punt.
So it'll be another punt for DSU as they get the snap going, and this one's not blocked, but it's a very short kick right at midfield.
Takes a Dordt bounce. It's going to end up being about a net of 11 yards on the play.
So Dordt in excellent field position. See if they can take advantage of it. .135 left in the 3rd quarter. Dordt's up 29-0 and threatening to gain even more. Isaac Looker in shotgun, hands the ball off to Kubi. Kubi right out the middle for a couple yards. It's going to be about 2nd and 6. So Looker's in, reading the play, shotgun formation, play action pass. He's done it all game, throws it, and it's over the head of Platone, incomplete. 3rd and 8 now.
And I think here as well, you think strategy just a little bit. Now, strategy not the main point of junior varsity contest, but you're facing 3rd and 8 here. Do you run something and try to get it down to a 4th and 2 or 3, or do you try to go for it all here on 3rd and 8?
Yeah, it looks like DSU's sending some blitzes as they are. Throws it to the right. Caught on the run by Platone, and he is short of the 1st down. So gain a couple more back. Very manageable 4th down, and I'm going to guess that they're going to go for it as well.
Yeah, they're at the 36-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and a couple. Platone moving to wide receiver in the last couple of weeks, actually. And
yeah, he had a big catch earlier in the game to set him up for a touchdown.
Had that completion down inside the 5 before he was finally dragged down.
So heavy offset up the middle for Dordt. Another play action pass. Looker has to scramble to the left, has to get around to the corner, and he does.
Nice speed.
1st down for Dordt as Looker breaks contain, gets to the edge, and gets himself a nice 1st down. 18 seconds left.
The defensive players coming up did not contain him, did not get him back where they had help. He was able to get to the edge, and when you do that, you're going to get decent yardage. On defense, you've got to get to the edge, push them back to the middle. They do that, there's help there, but there's no help on the sideline. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, Dylan.
Yep, end of the 3rd quarter. Dordt's up 29-0.
Let's take a 1-minute break. You're watching the Dordt Media Network.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Start of the fourth quarter here. Ball at the 28-yard line of DSU as Dordt is threatening. Looker hands the ball off to
Boonder, I believe.
Boonder, and about a 9-yard gain, close to a first down.
Well, Dordt's cleaned things up in terms of the penalties. Now, watch after I pointed out, they'll get dinged for one, but really have cleaned things up here in the second half. Not nearly as many penalties.
So it's going to be a first down. They're currently in the red zone looking to strike again, as that's a offsides by number 96. They didn't call it.
Never made contact with the players, so they're going to let it roll.
There calls for a pass, gives the ball to Boonder again. Gains about 4.
On that play, the offensive lineman never flinched either.
Okay.
I mean, they didn't move,
Right.
so there's no foul because the defensive lineman never made contact with the offensive player. The offensive player never got out of their stance. Now, if that right tackle gets up and blocks, it's a free 5 yards.
Right. Looker hands the ball off to Boonder again.
Boonder brought down hard that time. Jaden Floor on the tackle. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, third down and 5. So at the DSU 14-yard line.
It's like a different personnel package in terms of the receivers right now.
Yeah.
Split them, put the tight end in the slot on the far side.
Motions him back over,
Yep.
right over to the left
5
tackle.
seconds on the play clock, and they're going to call timeout. Well, nothing wrong with that. Facing third down and 6, you need a timeout to make sure you've got the right personnel lined up correctly. And this timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
So after a little confusion from the timeout, 3rd and 6. Tight end to the left side of the field. Looker looks off, hands the ball off, and he is short of the first down.
Yeah, Boonder didn't get much of a push up front that time from the offensive line, and it looks like Dordt's going to send the field goal unit onto the field.
Yeah. Yeah, Orozco's heading onto the field. Looks like it's going to be close to a 32-yard field goal.
Yeah, 31. Tate Baker is your long snapper.
Sets and holds for the kick, and it is sneaks through for a field goal. So that'll make it 32-0 here with 9:39 left to go.
So Orozco with that 31-yard field goal, capping the drive that started at the Dakota State University 44-yard line. And the field goal comes with 9:39 left to go in regulation. And at this point, the outcome of the game no longer in doubt, but the Dordt defenders continuing to execute. Went to the ground almost exclusively there. Didn't appear that they had any real intentions of going to the air. And Orozco with that 31-yard field goal that he line drives through for the 32-0 lead. It's 22-0 at halftime, so another touchdown and a field goal here in the second half.
Jabe Kiso back for the return group for DSU. Looking to find a spark.
And we've got a new kicker in. kicking off for the defenders. This will be Aiden Bergstrom. So Bergstrom will kick.
And play defense.
See a few players stripping off their pads, so they're done for the day.
He booms one to the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No return on that kick by Bergstrom. Dordt will get, DSU will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Yeah, that's something when a D lineman can be able to kick a ball that far. That's something you don't really see every day.
Well, and you see it coming out of so many of these high schools. Many of the smaller schools, you've got to do a little bit of everything. And if I remember correctly, Bergstrom, I think, if I'm remembering correctly from his recruit information, actually had a pretty good career as a kicker from the high school he came from.
Yeah, you can definitely see it on that kick. So 1st down at the 25-yard line for Cole. Sets back. Thought about giving the ball off. Didn't. Ran for it himself.
A little confusion there, I thought, in the backfield as well. It's going to be 2nd down and long. Starting to take a little bit of a beating, too, Joseph Cole. It's not quite as fun as it was in the first quarter.
No.
He's taking some pretty good hits, and he and Cole, Xander Sheehan have split their time, but I think Cole now has played 3 series in a row, so I'm not sure if something is wrong with Sheehan or they just have elected to go with Cole for the duration.
Yeah, not much time left in here, 9 minutes left, so definitely something to look out for. So he hands the ball off up to
Robertson
for it, no gain. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Dordt controlling the line of scrimmage on defense. Gotten a couple of interceptions in the defensive backfield. Cornerback and safety each have interceptions. Actually, both safeties. Van Balagoy a safety, and it was Copeman's who had the first interception. He was playing corner.
Cole steps back, tries to throw. Ooh, and a hit. Incomplete pass. Took a big hit.
And nothing, didn't lead with the helmet. Hit him with his shoulder. That's Luke Jackson, the safety, and separates the receiver from the ball. And the receiver, I thought, maybe even had possession of it, ends up fumbling it. And there you see saw the replay moments ago, and Jackson just with the shoulder. And it brings up 4th down, and now Van Bala going back at his own 40-yard line, and Dakota State punting after the incomplete pass.
Yeah, when you talk about Dakota State's woes on offense, Dordt's doing a good job, obviously controlling the run like you said, but making sure that they don't break off big runs, as this kick is a little short of the 45-yard line. Van Balagoy calls for a fair catch.
See, got to clean that time.
Right? Just needed a couple practices.
Yep. 32-yard punt. 1st and 10 for the defenders at the 43-yard line.
Wonder if the defenders go for more of a passing attack or they continue to pound the run game down there, as they did a little RPO action. Throw to 14, and he is complete to Jackson Wiggins for about four yards.
Pass coverage by Orlando Campbell. 4-yard pickup on the play, as you noted.
When you talk about an RPO is called a run-pass option, so the quarterback can either hand the ball out to the running back or throw the ball or keep it himself. And in that time, Looker was able to throw the ball to Wiggins based on the coverage he was given. 2nd down, Looker rolls to the right, doesn't get what he wants and takes it himself and takes a couple big hits for a gain of 2.
Second effort, he tried to get something out of it. Nothing there. Loses 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and long at the 45. Defense trying to pitch a shutout today. 32-0 currently.
Yeah, a very hard thing to do in any type of situation, varsity, JV, high school. It's very difficult to pinch a shutout to anybody.
Play clock winding down. Let's see if they get it off. 3 seconds. They're going to have to burn another timeout. Seemed like the play was a little slow in coming in, and I saw Looker's frustration. So a timeout on the field. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more from Open Space Park in 1 minute. Back on.
Third and 8 now, 6:50 left in the ball game. Looker rolls to his left, tries to find somebody to throw to. Jukes out a defender, tries to throw and doesn't. Loss of yardage, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the punting unit is being sent out. Looker trying to find someone downfield, trying to make something happen, and good recognition by DSU to not be faked out by what Dordt was running, causing the sack. 4th and 13, and getting the ball back here with 6:15 left to play.
Rasavi is punting. Nice kick. Fair catch called for at the 25. It's a 35-yard punt. 6:03 left in the game.
So Sheehan is back in at quarterback now. So what looks like to be maybe the last series of the game for DSU. They want to get one more look at Sheehan at quarterback. First down at the 25-yard line. 2-by-1 set. 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. Dordt looks to bring a blitz.
Flag.
Looks to be offsides. Caught receiver to the right side boundary. Looks to get Dordt for an offsides penalty. We'll see what the referee calls. Dordt was looking to send the house on that play, trying to bring pressure, and unfortunately just mistimed the snap.
Yeah, a couple linebackers up the middle, and all likelihood DSU will take the penalty, set up 1st down and 5 rather than 2nd down and 5.
Defense, offside, number 97. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for DSU, as that penalty was on Caleb Weinberg. Jumped a little bit too early right there. And we'll do it again at 1st down. 5:55, clock is rolling now. Sheehan walks up to the middle, then comes back. Little hard count action. Gives the ball right back to Prince. Prince for a couple of yards. Bring up 2nd and 1. (32-0). Dordt leads DSU. See if DSU can get in the board here for what looks like to be the last series of the game. Sheehan calls for the ball. Little play action. Dordt is not fooled at all. 3 defenders are there to take him down for the sack.
Loss of 8 on the play.
Looks to be led by Jaden Sword. As you can see on the replay, Dordt was not fooled at all by that little play action pass that Sheehan was trying to convert. And with 4:30 left in the ball game, why not go for it? Oh, excuse me, third. It's third down.
Third down yet.
Dordt brings another blitz to the corner,
Yeah,
offsides, as he throws a pick, but this one's going to come back, it looks like.
And we've got a second flag thrown in the backfield, and this one's coming back. And the return by Brody Jones, but wave it off. We'll sort it out with the penalty flags.
Yeah, it looks like one of the cornerbacks is coming off the edge, trying to bring another blitz, but unfortunately jumped off sides once again. So this one's going to definitely come back and more than likely be a automatic first down for DSU.
I don't know if it'll be first down. I think it'll be third and short.
Maybe it's offsetting penalties?
Yeah, I was going to say we also had a second flag thrown, so we'll see what the official says.
2 fouls on the play, both on the defense.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, both on the defense.
Offside, defense, number 37. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, number 47. Spot foul, automatic first down.
I did not see that. Abens gets called for the pass interference. By the time we were following the track of the ball down the field, quite honestly, there was wide receiver was nowhere to be found. So
yeah.
It must have gotten interfered with, obviously, before we were tracking the ball.
So Sheehan has gone to the sideline now, and Cole has entered the ball game again. Gives a handoff back to Robertson. Robertson goes down and gains about 2 on the play.
Copeman's on the tackle. He was the first person there. Also, Jaden Sword helping to keep the gain to a minimum. 2nd and 8.
Clock is still rolling. Cole in shotgun formation with Robertson. Steps back, looks to throw, and 85 almost gets to him. Somehow breaks a sack and turns it into a positive gain.
Sword there for the tackle as well.
Looks
Short
like
of the first down.
3rd and inches, yeah.
Wanted to see who the first person was there for the defenders, but don't know if we're going to get that replay or not. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Football at midfield. 4-down territory here for DSU, trailing 32-0.
Cole takes a snap again. Dordt is bringing a blitz once again, and they get to him. Sacked by Jaden Sword once again. Man, he's having a night.
Sword living in the backfield. Loss of 5. They give him the forward progress at the 44. So a loss of 5. It's 4th and 6.
Yeah, with 2:30 left to go in the game, down 32, might as well go for it.
Cole's going to feel it tomorrow morning as well. He's taking a bit of a beating. Both quarterbacks really have for Dakota State.
Cole steps back, looks to throw to pass, and he's there, sacked by, looks like Derek Paup was there.
Yep, Paup was the first one there. Slipped out of his grasp, but the quarterback wasn't going anywhere, and Dordt gets back on downs at 35. So DSU unable to sustain the drive. Dordt takes over on downs.
2:04 left in the ball game. Dordt's just trying to find a way to milk the clock. Bunch formation here for Dordt as they hand it off to Kubi. Gain of about 3. 1:43 and rolling here. So looks like to be a Dordt JV football home game win as they take down Dakota State 32-0.
They'll go to 2-1 now. They won their opener and then lost to Morningside, actually, I believe, in overtime following week. And then they've had about 3 or 4 weeks off. So back at it tonight. Nice win.
Ball was handed off to Kubi there for another couple yards gained. Be third and manageable, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, and the defenders, in all likelihood, will run one play.
Play clock down to 6 at the moment. Hands it off once again to Kubi. Tries to get to the first down, and it looks like he's short. It'll be 4th down.
And if nobody calls a timeout, that's going to be the last play of the game. I don't think Dakota State has any intentions of prolonging this any further. And that's going to do it. Dordt's going to win it by a final of 32-0. The Dordt defense gets the shutout. Offense, very productive tonight. And along with that, a lot cleaner in the second half in terms of penalties, so a lot of good things to build on for the defenders and this junior varsity team as they this was the final home game of the junior varsity schedule. They've got one more game scheduled in Orange City in the coming weeks. Let's take a break, and we'll be back to wrap things up from Open Space Park right after this timeout.
Here at Dordt University, we have tremendous support from the local community and from Defender Nation across the country. The Defender Gold Club is a byproduct of that support and enables our student athletes to perform at the highest level.
As a Defender Gold Club member, you are helping our athletes pursue championships while also helping them grow physically, mentally, spiritually, and academically.
The Defender Gold Club supports the university's mission by equipping student athletes to strive for excellence in all areas of life while having a transforming experience in athletics.
Join us in supporting the growth of our student athletes through joining the Gold Club and making a gift that supports scholarships, team trips, or facility enhancements.
We invite Defender Nation to support our athletes and become a Defender Gold Club member.
Partner with us in supporting all sports or a sport of your choice. Your support makes a difference. Join the Defender Gold Club today.
People like you help us believe in a bold future for Dordt University athletics. Thank you, and go Defenders.
Go Defenders!
Well, the Dordt Defender Junior Varsity team wins it by a final of 32-0 tonight. Dordt got on the board first with Levi Copeman's interception, making it 7-0. And let's go to those highlights as the second half highlights, and then we'll go through the scoreboard or the scoring summary. And this is the Wireless World post-game show. The Defenders, early in the second half, a little bit of trouble getting things going as the defenders got caught for that was a sack. Now picking it off near the sideline, ending the Dakota State drive. And the defenders close it down. Their defense really was pretty stout throughout today. So pass to the sideline. And tackle separating the receiver from the ball. And that those are your highlights from the second half. Levi Copeman started the scoring with an interception with 8:45 left to go in the first quarter. Cody Boonder, a one-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. That came with 11:26 left to go in the first half. DSU missed on a 47-yard field goal late in the first half, and it was Looker to Connor Knopf to make it 22-0 late in the first half. That's where we went to at halftime. In the second half, Looker to Preston Rowe for a 29-yard touchdown completion. And Ivan Orozco, a 31-yard field goal to close the scoring, and the Defenders win it by a final of 32-0. That's your Wireless World post-game wrap. And that is going to do it for our broadcast this evening. For Dylan Stanley, I'm Mike Biker. Until Friday, when we have Dordt football on KIHK and Dordt volleyball on the Dordt Media Network, have a good evening.